Namaste everyone. Welcome to PMC English. This is Parinitha Patri and I welcome you all to a new episode of Spiritual Glossary. We have been doing wonderful episodes. Every time we are trying to learn and understand about words that we already know, but we delve deeper into those words, the meanings or the references, my dear friends. So today, in this episode of Spiritual Glossary, we are going to understand about a word called transmutation. What is transmutation all about? And this is what we are going to learn today. Transmutation is the third step in clearing your path for progress. It is a result of observation and detachment. And when the inner man has succeeded in detaching himself from physical and emotional identification through observation, he becomes radioactive, magnetic and fiery. And the fire slowly burns the lower energies, drawing them upward. And thus is the process of transmutation begin. And transmutation is mostly concerned with the transference of force from the lower centers to the corresponding higher centers and is related to the physical and etheric bodies. As the substance of these centers refines and passes into a more radiatory state of existence, we say that man is on the path of transmutation. And to understand the fact of transmutation, we must realize that the same energy becomes a coarser energy as it falls. Its substance becomes denser, weaker and slower. It becomes darker and its uses are limited. And there are also outlets of our nature, which after they have performed their duties can be shut off for a period. So the reservoir of such outlets need not find new uses for that particular energy. Instead, the contents of these reservoirs can be drawn up to another reservoir, there to perform higher work. And these energies are then said to be transmuted, or in other words, they are drawn up to a higher level through an act of release. And transmutation also means that the higher correspondences of the lower centers are in operation and producing a more refined energy than the lower centers. And transmutation for initiates goes from chalice to spiritual triad. And for disciples, it goes from the heart center to the head center. For aspirants, it goes from the sacral center to the solar plexus, to the heart and the throat centers. And in the case of transmutation, the life force is uplifted to the mental plane and desire cannot find nourishment to act or to move and therefore fades away. And here of course we are referring to the astral desire, my dear friends. And transmutation is the process of pulling the hose of life forces from the astral plane and letting it pour through the mental plane. It changes the level of consciousness from the astral plane to the mental plane. From the interest of having and feeling to the interest of knowing and later to being. Transmutation is in process when the higher mind pulls up the life force from the astral plane into the higher mental plane through deep aspiration, gradual enlightenment or through simple logic. And with all these, it is necessary to focus the consciousness on the mental plane through some scientific studies such as physics, chemistry, arithmetic, geometry, algebra, or through a labor of architectural construction. So this particular word, my dear friends, has been taken from the books called as the Psyche and Psychism, the Science of Becoming Oneself, the Science of Meditation, the Fiery Courage and Drugs, and the Symphony of the Zodiac, written by Torkom Saraydarian. So my dear friends, this is today's word for this episode of Spiritual Glossary. Transmutation is something we really need to understand about, my dear friends. It's a wonderful word and we all need to transmute ourselves. So thank you for watching Spiritual Glossary, my dear friends. I'll see you again next time. Thank you so much. Namaste.